Back again in Butler, Pennsylvania for Game 2 this week. And welcome everyone, Luke Burgess here with you. Once again, the Meadville Mustangs are back in sunny Butler, Pennsylvania, down after they just got their second win of the season here just 2 nights ago on Saturday. It's a little bit muggy tonight. Temperatures in the low 80s as we approach first pitch, but we are going to be with you here all night long on the Mustangs Baseball Network as the Mustangs take on their first interleague opponent of the year. So far, it's been all Rust Belt League teams, but now they're going to move over to that Tri-State Baseball League, and they're going to take on the Iron Bucks here tonight. We'll get you the lineups real quick here, starting for the Mustangs. At shortstop, number 23, Kenny Lavrich leads it off. Batting second, the right fielder, Daniel Luco. Ryan Dougherty returns to the lineup after a long absence. He's out in center field. In the cleanup role, it's the designated hitter, Noah Ross. Batting fifth and catching, Zach Strideth. The second baseman in the 6th hole is Cole Grable. 7th hole, Brandon Butler mans over at the hot corner at third. First baseman, batting in the 8th hole, Brady Lane. He was the extra hitter the other night. John Sharp is the extra hitter this evening. He was in left field last time. He bats 9th. And the left fielder, Carson Weibel, returns to the lineup also after a brief absence. On the mound for the Mustangs is Gino Mara, and not a surprise there. He came on to close out the game in the 9th inning on Saturday night and was absolute money from that left-handed arm side. So on the Iron Bucks side, because we are running out of time before first pitch, shortstop Brett Crehan starts at shortstop and leads off. Maddox Clement is in center field, batting second. Alex Colwell is at third base. He will bat third. In the cleanup role, Brady Gavula is in right field. The catcher is Lenny Pacini, and he's batting fifth. In the 6th hole, Geno Scott is at second base. Left fielder in the 7th hole, Chase Morrison. First baseman, Matt Rinaldo, is batting 8th. And in the 9th hole, Dave Duffalo is the extra hitter. The designated hitter for the Iron Bucks is Patrick Sinyan. So, the Iron Bucks and the Mustangs just about ready to go here. On the mound, just throwing his warm-up tosses right now is Nick Marola. Marola coming in off of 1 start so far this season. Right-handed pitcher will face Lavrich to start things off in just a moment here on the Mustangs Baseball Network. So we thank you so much for joining us. Just about to get underway here. And a few storylines tonight. First of all, it is hot. Starting to feel like summer here in western Pennsylvania. And, you know, you go outside, you can kind of just smell that summer air. If you've been in the area and, you know, all over the East Coast, you kind of know what that's like. And we're getting to that point where it starts to get a little bit more humid. Things start to heat up, and definitely that means baseball season is in full swing, and hopefully the Mustangs can get into full swing after, you know, they started the season a little bit slow. Now things have really started to pick up. Lavrich just about ready to go. Our home plate umpire steps in, and we are just about ready to get underway. The first pitch is lined to the first baseman, and moving over to it is the second baseman. Throwing on to first and getting him is Scott. So 1 pitch, 1 out. We do it the easy way, and Lavrich grounds out to second base to start this one. So as I'm sure you're aware, as we throw the first pitch at exactly 6:30, the Mustangs were here the other night on Saturday, but they're not playing that same team. This pitch is grounded onto third. A big hop onto the third baseman, Colwell. He throws on to first. 2 pitches, 2 outs, and they certainly want to keep the play-by-play guy busy here early on, as if there isn't enough to write down with the quicker start that we experienced tonight, and Iron Bucks kind of delivering their lineup a little bit late. So now it's Ryan Dougherty getting his first at-bat in 2 weeks. First pitch to him is in there for a strike, and no surprise that he kind of waits it out there after 2 quick pitches and 2 outs. 0-1. Down low, called for a strike, just catches a piece of the zone. Dougherty does not agree with that one. Shakes the head, and it's 0-2. Quick start here. Mustangs Baseball Network, thank you for joining us. 0-2 pitch. Curveball doesn't get a piece. Tried to get him to chase, down low in the dirt. Pretty effective curveball the way he threw it in there. Able to get a solid chunk of the zone. Working fast. Marola comes back at it, and that one's grounded onto second base. Quickly fielding is Scott, throwing on to first, and it's a 5-pitch inning for Marola. So Nick Marola comes onto the mound, and gets through a half inning efficiently. We're through half an inning on the Mustangs Baseball Network. No score. Mustangs come out on defense next. Back here on the Mustangs Baseball Network, and if you're just joining and wondering why we're already in the bottom of the first at 6:32, that's because the top of the first inning took approximately a minute and a half. So a quick start, to say the least, and it's Brent Crehan who will be the first batter to face Gino Mara. Mara came on Saturday night as the closer, and he's actually pitched all 3 games that he's appeared in so far this season at Pullman Park, where we are tonight. So certainly used to this mound. He'll face the shortstop Crehan to start things. The left-hander gets his first pitch. Goes into his motions, delivers. That one popped up and chopped onto third. Butler moving onto it, throwing onto first. So the theme just continues, really. It's 1 pitch, 1 out. Both guys working efficiently. And how about 4 outs on 6 combined pitches for both teams? Not something you see very often, but maybe they're trying to get out of here early on a Monday night, start of the work week, and we hope you're doing well. And you can certainly tell that it's not a Saturday night game with the attendance that we're seeing tonight. It was a packed house on Saturday. First pitch is lined out into center field, and moving onto it and making the catch is Ryan Duggarty. So that is 2 pitches, 2 outs, and both teams taking that aggressive mentality to start things here at the plate. And we didn't even get to say that was Maddox Clement, the center fielder. So center fielder flies out to the center fielder, 2 away in the inning. And now it's Alex Colwell, third baseman, who will get a crack. First attempt for him on the evening. First pitch from Mara. Fastball in there for a strike. Mara, the hardest throwing pitcher on this Mustangs staff. Fastball can touch up into the upper 80s. A short stature out there on the mound, does not necessarily possess the physical gifts you would see typically from a pitcher nowadays. Fastball on the outside corner, but it's just a little bit outside. Count even at 1-1. So the first time we've seen these Ironbucks interleague play, as we mentioned at the top of the broadcast. 1-1 pitch from Mara. Outside, fastball again, so he went right back to it. That one ran out a little bit more on him. Dragged toward that left-handed batter's box. If you're just joining us, already 5 outs in this one. Pitch up high, 3-1. A tight zone so far for the home plate umpire from what it seems. We've only really been able to see a couple pitches actually in the zone. 3-1 from Mara. Cracked out to left field, hooking foul. That one going to get into the bullpen area here, and the count is full with 2 away in the bottom of the first. Ironbucks have had a lot of success at Pullman Park despite being the newer team in the venue. 5-1 so far this season. They are on a 2-game losing streak, but they started this year 8-2. So a really hot start for Butler's little brother, so to speak. Full count pitch from Mara. Here it comes. Swinging a miss. That one gets him. It's right by him to end the first inning. So Morrow works quickly, and the Mustangs head back over to that first base dugout. We're through one full here on the Mustangs Baseball Network. No score. Top of the second in Butler on the Meadville Mustangs Baseball Network. It'll be Ross, Strideff, and Grable in the second inning. And what you've seen so far, despite the first time being the first time that we've seen the Iron Bucks all season, very uncharacteristic. The Iron Bucks are tied for the lead in this 8-team Summer Collegiate League in runs scored, but they're also number 2 in runs allowed. So you're generally going to see a lot of balls in play, a lot of batters running around the bases and coming home when these two teams meet. First pitch to Ross was called for a strike. Second pitch is down low in that left-handed batter's box right on the chalk line, called for ball 1. So it's a 1-1 count. So far, a 5-pitch first inning for the Iron Bucks on defense. Then the Mustangs go right back out. They get 2 outs on 2 pitches. Pitches delivered up high for ball number 2, counts 2-1. And all of a sudden, 7 pitches in, and we're through a full inning. And this one's lined out to left field. Moving under it is Morrison. He gets under it, makes the catch, and there's one away in the second inning. Noah Ross flies out to the left fielder. Morrison, that's Chase Morrison out there. We will see him potentially in the next inning, would be the 4th man to the plate. Zach Strideff now was a hero in Saturday night's game, tripled in the late innings, 8th inning of the game to get a little bit of a rally, get the Mustangs their lead that they would not relinquish once they brought in today's pitcher, Mara. 1-0 the count after a slider down low in the dirt. Pitch is in for a called strike, and looked like he kind of floated one in there. It could have been that slider again, really did not break as much. And, you know, we talk about how effective these pitchers are getting their breaking stuff across. Pitch is fouled off down the line. 1-2 the count to the catcher. Strideff has played all over the place, and that was one of the things he said he was very good at, was moving around the infield, playing catcher primarily in his college ball. 1-2 pitch, up high for a ball. But he has been able to play at first base. He's played at third, and now after so much success in the last game behind the dish, he's gone right back to that spot. 2-2 pitch is down low, called for a ball. Count is 3-2. Full count now to Strideff. The pitch, lined out into right field. Back on it, and making the jumping grab is Gavula. A line out for Strideff. So it's 5 up and 5 down early on. And Gavula kind of misjudged how he was going to play that one. Ended up having to make a jumping catch. Not something you see very often because he didn't move. He stayed put, kept the feet down. The first pitch now to the 6th batter is grounded on. That's Cole Grable. Shortstop throws on to first and takes the first baseman off the bag. They tag the Baseball Network. Bottom of the second on the Mustangs Baseball Network, and if you wanted to be home for dinner time, you might be able to do it in tonight's game. We're through an inning and a half in just 10 minutes. So already the bottom of the second, things moving along pretty quickly here, and not a math whiz by any means, but I think that puts us at about 3.25 minutes per inning, somewhere around there. Per half inning, rather. Mara gets his final warm-up tosses in, so we come back a little bit early here just to talk, but Brady Gavula will lead it off. He made that jumping grab in right field. Out on Zach Strideff, who was the hero of Saturday's game. Henry Davis debuting tonight for the Pittsburgh Pirates. Obviously very relevant with us just being about 30 miles away from PNC Park. The first pitch from Mara. Fastball in there, hard one, called for strike. You might be able to go watch the debut, too. Pirates get underway at 7 o'clock against the Cubs. 0-1 pitch from Mara is in there. Slider for a strike, and absolutely froze Gavula there. Kind of started that one on the back edge and then dragged it all the way across and caught that inside part of the plate. Really good pitch. 0-2 now from the left-hander, and that one's up high. 1-2 now. So Mara only threw one inning, and you could tell he was really focusing on amping up that velocity. 1-2 pitch from Mara, sidearms it, and that one comes in low. 2-2. The right-hander, Gavula, batting in that cleanup hole after 1-2-3 inning in the bottom of the first. Every inning so far, 1-2-3. The pitch fouled back against the netting. Count stays at 2-2. Yeah, so far, 9 batters to the plate. All of them have been set down. Lenny Piccini will hit in this inning, no matter how fast it goes. He's on deck. And Gino Scott, second baseman, will follow him in the hole. 2-2 count from the pitcher Mara. Wines delivers, curveball, just misses, and Mara can't believe it. So the count is full. Looked like it caught a piece of that outside corner, and even Strideff goes back to ask him exactly where that was. Strideff rocking that old school catcher's mask. 3-2 pitch from Mara. That one's drilled on the shortstop Lavrich. He throws on to first, and it's handled easily by Brady Lane, who's making his debut at first base. So 1 out in the inning. On the ground out to short. Not as quick of an out as we've seen so far, but nevertheless, things continue to move along here so far at Pullman Park. And third time we've been here this season. The first time we've been here to face the Iron Bucks, but just an absolute pleasure to be here every single time that we get the chance. Catcher Lenny Piccini now. First pitch from Mara. 6:30 start tonight. That one's up high. Called for ball 1. A little bit earlier on a Monday night. Make sure that you can still bring your kids out to the ballpark. You get them in bed by a reasonable time, although we are in summer, so who really cares about that? 1-0 pitch, up high, called for ball 2. You want to make sure that the kids can stay up late and enjoy some baseball, and as we said earlier, not as much of a crowd here as we see for the Blue Sox. Definitely a dedicated fan base the Blue Sox have. It's been an awesome part of it, to be a part of it so far this season. Fouled off is the 2-0 pitch against the Mustang dugout. Home plate umpire runs up the line to retrieve the ball and will do another pitch in this one. Seems uncanny. I didn't even know what to say for a moment there. We haven't seen too many at-bats that have gone more than 2 pitches so far. 2-1 from Mara. He's ready to go. Here it comes. Curveball popped up. Now into shallow right field. Moving on to it is the second baseman. That's Grable. He makes the catch. And there's 2 up, 2 down in the second inning. And there's been a lot of wavering so far. Certainly not accustomed to seeing this from the booth. The Mustangs have been one of the highest scoring teams in the first 3 innings of the game so far in the Rust Belt League. No runs already, almost through 2 full. Have to check. That might be the first time we've seen that all season long. First pitch is drilled out to left field. Approaching the track is Weibel. He makes the catch. So 6 up, 6 down through 2 full. And there's no score here on the Mustangs Baseball Network. Welcoming you back for the top of the third inning on the Mustangs Baseball Network. It'll be the 7-hitter Brandon Butler to lead it off. So far, no one on base for either team. Butler over at that hot corner has been a very consistent staple there. Mason Bevan is getting the night off tonight at first base. Instead, we'll see Brady Lane, who was the extra hitter in Saturday's game here at Pullman Park. He's going to get a chance to play in the field a little bit, and he's on deck, so we'll see him next. First pitch from Marola. Probably feels like the first pitch of the game with how efficient he's been so far. That one is fouled off the, looks like the inside thigh of the catcher, Pacini. He's all right. Count immediately goes to 0-1 on Butler. So we did check in between innings, and it is the first time curveball is bounced on the short. Moving on to that is Crehan. He throws on to first hard and gets the out. Crehan hustles to that one, and a nice throw from the shortstop. Defense on display so far in Butler. It is the first time, though, that the Mustangs, in any of their games this season, and we are in Game 8 tonight, have not scored a run, either team, in the first 2 full innings. So history tonight in the Mustangs' inaugural season. We see a lot of that. Strike one called to Brady Lane, aforementioned extra hitter from the other night. Moving over to first tonight. 0-1 pitch from Marola. Down low in the dirt, ball 1. Marola rocking that single-digit number 2. And tonight's extra hitter, John Sharp, who swapped positions with Carson Weibel, who's regularly been the extra hitter. Strike 2 called to the hitter Lane. He serves as the extra hitter in tonight's game after a few defensive miscues the other night. Pitch bounced down low in the dirt. Some of those pellets kick up on this turf that we're playing on. All turf infield, all natural grass outfield. And we have seen that can play strange, especially when the ball starts to change speeds on the ground. Some big hops out there in that outfield too. 2-2 pitch. Up high, it got a piece of the umpire. Hit him straight in the mask, and apparently it got a piece of Lane too. So the first base runner comes on a wacky-looking play. Lane gets hit, and it deflects off him and off the mask of home plate umpire. So a hit by pitch, and Lane is aboard for John Sharp. Sharp's been a very good hitter so far this season at the plate. First pitch to him is outside and low. Sliding on the knees is Pacini to make the stop. And we kind of look at the catching styles. With Pacini, you don't see that one leg out style, but when he got across to block that one, he did it as if he had that one leg out. First pitch or second pitch is called for a strike, evens the count at 1-1. Generally, if you see the catcher in the traditional crouch, that makes it a lot easier for them to slide to their left or right and block balls. 1-1 pitch, called for a strike on the outside corner. 1-2 now. But with Pacini, you do not see that approach as much. Right there, he kind of backhanded that ball and slid across after he made the catch. 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, and he's down on strikes. So Sharp, who had issues with strikeouts the other night, strikes out in his first at-bat here. Carson Weibel, now the 10-hitter, will get a shot. Left fielder, seen a little bit of time off, and now back in tonight's lineup, easing him in back in left field. He played a little bit of everywhere so far. Curveball for the first pitch, called for a strike, and so far Marola's speed and pace of play is certainly very, very noticeable. Keeping things moving on the bump. 0-1 pitch. Curveball is cracked out to right field, twisting away, and just going to be foul. 0-2 count with 2 away in the top of the third inning. No score. First base runner of the game. Brady Lane is on first base after he was hit by a pitch. Here's the pitch. That one fouled off. Spinning on the mound. Little pirouette. Nick Marola. Top of the orders on deck, Kenny Lavrich. The pitch, down low in the dirt, and the first ball of the count to the 10-hitter. Moves it to 1-2. 20 minutes into this game, we're already in the top of the third inning. The pitch from Marola. Fouled off, down low. That one might have gotten a piece of the foot of Weibel. He looks to be okay. Kind of grimaces a little bit, and maybe just bounced right in front. 1-2, two away in the inning, and a runner on first base. It's Kenny Lavrich, on base leader still for the Mustangs. Pitch cracked out to center field. Backing up on it is Clement. He looks like he's got a read on it. He makes the catch. Through 2.5 on the Mustangs Baseball Network. Still no score. Bottom 3, Chase Morrison, the left fielder, to lead it off in the third inning. So far, 6 up, 6 down for Chino Mara after he came in and struck out the side to win the game for the Mustangs on Saturday. First pitch from him is up high, fastball called for ball 1 to the right-handed hitter. So first time, as we already mentioned in the open, that we're seeing these Iron Bucks this year, so kind of trying to get a feel for what they're like. This one out to left field, Lavrich calling off the left fielder and making the catch. He tells Weibel to just let him get it, and generally you can rely on Kenny Lavrich. Makes the catch, 1 away in the inning, and keeps up that efficiency that we've seen so far all night long from both sides. The pitch, outside called for a ball, the first one, to the first baseman, Matt Rinaldo. Rinaldo also batting from that right side with no batting gloves. The pitch in there for strike. He evens the count up at 1-1. Rinaldo wears number 32. Mara shakes off one pitch, now gets his pitch, and that one cracked into the dugout of the Iron Bucks. Luckily, everyone seems to be fine. Caught that little top railing above where the players are standing. Not the one they rest their arms on, but at the top. 1-2 pitch from Mara, leg kick and delivery. Grounded foul. This time he's aiming at the Mustangs dugout. It's going to kind of kick back into the infield, spinning as it does, and picked up by the first baseman, Lane, and tossed back on to Mara. So the Mustangs trying to get through 3 full innings with really no offensive action on either side, but still only 1 out in the bottom of the third. The pitch down low, fastball, threw it in there hard. Just kind of tugs it a little bit down into the bottom inside corner. And the count is 2-2. Mara shakes off. Now he agrees, gets his pitch. Here it comes. Curveball up high outside. That one just drifted on him. We're so happy that you're joining us here tonight on the Mustangs Baseball Network. Full count pitch from the left-handed pitcher. Fastball cracked out into center field. Moving on to it is Dougherty. He makes the catch. 2 up and 2 down in the bottom of the third. So now we'll see the 9-hitter, Dave Duffalo. Gino Mara now been so good this season. The first pitch down over to third base. Butler, and he's going to let it slip out of his glove kind of there. And it looked like he might have slipped on the turf. So that'll be ruled an E5, and Duffalo reaches. And an awkward play, really not the fault of Butler by any means. Grabs that ball and looked like he lost his footing on the grass infield as he kind of transitioned. And the ball just popped out of his glove in the process. So now the 10-hitter, designated hitter, swing and a miss from Patrick Sinan. Sinan not playing in the field tonight. Marr out of the stretch. Throws a strike in there, makes it 0-2. So he comes right after the first batter that he faces. Well, he's in a little bit of trouble. Definitely like to see that approach from the left-hander. Set up in our same spot that we were on Saturday here in Suite G at Pullman Park. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. So Mara comes right back after the little error there, and he says, let me get that 1-2-3 strikeout. 3 pitches, 3 outs. We're through 3 full, and there's no score on the Mustangs Baseball Network. Top 4 on the Mustangs Baseball Network. Kenny Lavrich getting his second at-bat. And as you can probably figure if you're following along closely or maybe keeping a scorebook at home, no one has gotten a hit yet. So 0 for 1 on the afternoon. Moving into evening. It's 6:30 start. We'll call it evening. 0-0 pitch. Curveball looped in for strike from Nick Marola. Grounded out to the second baseman on the first pitch of the game. So Lavrich now has seen 3 pitches, and that one is called for strike. So no pitches outside the zone just yet. 0-2 on the shortstop. Up high, fastball, called for ball 1. 1-2 count now to number 23. 1-2 pitch. Ripped. Kind of got it off the end of the bat. That one gets out of play, foul. Sits up on the top of the roof of the complex. That one was way up in the air. 1-2 pitch now from Marola to Lavrich. Ripped out towards the shortstop into left field. The first hit of the game. So it only took 1 trip through the order. And couldn't really tell if Crehan was going to be able to get to that and make a play or not. But it just spins over his head into left field, and it's a single for Lavrich in the first hit of the ballgame for either side. So now we'll see if Luco can keep the trend going. Throw over to first. Lavrich is back, diving. Luco also only on 1 pitch, grounded out to the third baseman. The pitch in there, curveball called for strike. Luco was in center field on Saturday, moves back out to his typical corner outfield spot tonight. He's in right field. The pitch, fastball, and the appeal says he went on the check swing. 0-2 now the count to the right fielder. Right-handed hitting right fielder. Ryan Dougherty on deck. That one up the middle and all the way through. Lavrich rounds second, and he's going to stop up, and he should have kept going. Clement fumbles it in center field and then just loops a throw in, but it's back-to-back singles and 2 runners on with nobody out for the Mustangs. So after a quiet first time through the order. 2 consecutive hits to start the 4th, and Marola's in a little bit of trouble with Ryan Duggarty at the plate for the Mustangs. First and second, nobody out. 3-hitter, so the Mustangs in prime position to do some damage. The bunt is laid down and pulled back, but pitch is called for a strike. 0-1 to Duggarty. Duggarty grounded out to second baseman on the 3rd pitch he saw last time, so just that 5-pitch first inning. First baseman is drawn in on the grass. 0-1. Curveball doesn't get a piece. Left up high. So 1-1 count. No score. First time we've been able to say that in the 4th inning of a Mustangs baseball game this season. 1-1 pitch. Here it comes. Ripped out over the head of the second baseman and drops in for a bloop single in center field. Cosby holds up Lavrich at 3rd, and the bases are loaded. So it's 3 singles, station-to-station work for the Mustangs, and the bases are loaded with nobody out and Noah Ross, the designated hitter, at the plate. Big-time chance to do some damage in the top of the 4th for the Mustangs. Ross flew out to the left fielder his first time up. Curveball in for strike for the first pitch. Kind of just froze him on his back foot there. 0-1 from Merola. 3 straight singles to start this inning and 3 hits on the game for the Mustangs. The pitch, fastball in for strike. 0-2 now. If you're an Iron Bucks fan, you certainly love to see Merola getting right back in the count and attacking. He gets his pitch, looks the runner back to second, loops one in there. That one's popped up into shallow right field. Calling everyone off is Scott. He makes the catch, and no one can advance on the play. Just not deep enough out there into right field. So an unfortunate result. Really just needed to get a ball out of the infield to score a run. But one away. Noah Ross is 0 for 2, and now Zach Strideff, who hit one out to right field last time, where Gavula made the jumping catch. The pitch out to right field again. Trailing toward the foul line and looking up and over the fence it goes in foul territory. So it's 0-1 to the catcher. Gavula watched that one. Didn't try to make a leaping grab. No balls and 1 strike to the right-handed catcher. Bases loaded with 1 away in the inning. Merola delivers. That one chopped into the plate and out of play towards the third base dugout. 0-2 once again. Now you got to think Merola's maybe got a burst of confidence all of a sudden. Sure, he knows he's in trouble, but been able to get ahead 0-2 to 2 straight batters. Right-hander gets his pitch, delivers one down in the dirt. Gives him a pitch back, ball 1, and it's 1-2. Warm night in Butler and all over western Pennsylvania, still in the 80s. We'll climb down and get cooler as the night moves on, though. The pitch, swing and a miss. He struck him out. So Strideff goes down, and now all of a sudden the jam looking a little bit more escapable for Nick Merola. Bases loaded off 3 straight singles, and Cosby maybe rethinking that decision to not send Lavrich all of a sudden. Don't want to be risky in that situation. Now it's the 6-hitter who fouls one off, Cole Grable. Grable, certainly known for his defense, been solid all season at second base. He's down 0-1 in the count. The pitch, called for strike 2. And Merola is ahead 0-2 again. What a feat this would be. Obviously disappointing for the Mustangs, but here's the 0-2 pitch, up high for ball. But if Merola is able to get out of a bases-loaded, no-outs jam without allowing any runs, you got to at least appreciate that as a baseball fan. This one's chopped out into center field. Underneath it is Clement. He makes the catch, and he does just that. So Mustangs load him up, and Merola says, no, sir, you're not getting any runs out of this. We're through 3.5 on the Mustangs Baseball Network. Still no score. Bottom of the fourth on the Mustangs Baseball Network from Butler, Pennsylvania. And it's the one-hitter Brent Crehan to lead it off for the Iron Bucks. Gino Mara, incredibly efficient through 3 innings, and with another game on the slate tomorrow back on the road, definitely would like to see him go long here. First pitch from the lefty is called for strike. 0-1. Right-handed hitter Crehan grounded out to third base last time. The pitch, appeal, and it's called for strike. Looks like it maybe caught a piece of the zone regardless, but home plate umpire gets the appeal down, so it goes as a strike swinging. 0-2 now. Mara back ahead in the count. Here's the pitch from the left-hander. That one grounded onto third. Butler just off his glove and into left field. So the first hit of the evening for the Iron Bucks. They've got someone aboard with no outs in the inning, and very similar to the way that the Mustangs started their half of the fourth. These teams kind of mirroring each other so far. Pickoff move, and the runner's back safely. Mara working out of the stretch, gets his pitch, delivers, slider, hard one outside. And that one called for a ball. 1-0 the count, the pitch, grounded onto second base. Grable fields cleanly, throws onto the shortstop Lavrich. He gets one there. They're not going to be able to get the other runner going on to first base. So they get one on the fielder's choice. And there's one away in the inning. Maddox Clement, the hitter in that situation. No, it's Alex Colwell. Struck out swinging his last time up. First pitch to him called for strike. Clement on first base, center fielder. Seems like he runs well based off what we've seen in the outfield. Nothing in one pitch. Out of the stretch from Mara. Here it comes. On Saturday, the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike in there. Hard fastball. Challenged the right-handed hitter batting third in this lineup. He beat him on that one. 1-2 now. Shakes off again. Now gets his pitch and shakes his head adamantly. 1-2. Looks to first, delivers. Oh, just doesn't get a piece of the bottom of the zone. And he went right back to that fastball. Looked like Strideff maybe wanted him to test out the off speed, but Mara knows what his best weapon is. Looks in, shakes again. 2-2. The stretch and the pitch. Up high this time, and trying to change the eye level, just couldn't catch a piece of the zone. The count is full with 1 out in the inning. The pitch. Inside on the legs, and he walks him. So second base runner allowed on the inning. And it's first and second with 1 out. And the cleanup hitter, Brady Gavula, will get a shot to break this game open for the Iron Bucks. Although, no doubt, we know that these jams are not necessarily a death sentence. After what we saw Nick Marola do in the top of the fourth. The 0-0 pitch from Mara is called for strike. Goes down 0-1. Mara can finish more and get those strikeouts. He's going to be a real threat in this pitching staff. 0-1 pitch from the left-hander is on to third base. Gloved by Butler. Throws on to first, and the throw on to first, he gets him. So it's a double play on a great glove save from the third baseman, Brandon Butler. And Mara gets out of it without allowing a run. We're through 4 full on the Mustangs Baseball Network, and there's still no score. Top of the 5th inning after a botched call on his amazing defensive play. It will be Brandon Butler who leads off the top of the 5th. Third baseman. Been productive at the plate so far. Oh, takes a pitch up high. Just barely misses the face. And he is one of those few players that does not wear one of those face guards across the mouth. 1-0 pitch from Marola is chopped foul into the Iron Bucks dugout. Count goes to 1-1. Butler had that ball that bounced off of his glove awkwardly and into left field earlier in the inning. And, then we see that great defensive play to make up for it. That pitch is in there for a ball. Umpire reminds everyone of the count. The pitch, grounded onto shortstop. Moving on to it is the shortstop. And throwing on to first, Crehan gets the out. And there's one away to start the 5th inning. Now Brady Lane comes to the plate. He was hit by a pitch. First Mustang to reach base. The first pitch to him is up high. The pitch. Down low in the dirt, called for a ball. 2-0 early to the right-handed batter Lane. Here's the pitch. Called for strike. Count goes to 2-1 against the first baseman, making his first base debut tonight. Congratulations to him. 2-1 pitch. Outside and low. 3-1. Back in the driver's seat is the right-hander Lane. Has a chance to reach for the second time. The pitch. Chopped onto the third baseman. Colwell moving on to it, making the throw on to first, and recording the out. 2 up, 2 down. And after a slightly dicey start to the 4th inning, looks like Marola is right back on his roll. Now it's John Sharp, extra hitter for tonight. 2 away in the inning, 9-hitter comes to the plate. Here's the pitch from Marola. Popped up, back, and looking at it is Pacini, but it's out of play, off the top of the broadcast booth, and out of here into the parking lot of Pullman Park. 0-1 to the right-handed hitter Sharp. Struck out his first time up for the second out in the 3rd inning. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Goes down 0-2. Here it comes. Outside and low. Now it's 1-2 to the right-handed hitter. Marola gets set, delivers. Swing and a miss. So he goes down on strikes again. And we continue to just blaze through this game. Through 4.5 here on the Mustangs Baseball Network. No score. Bottom of the 5th inning here on the Mustangs Baseball Network. Gino Mara back out there for another inning of work. And if you weren't with us on Saturday and you're here tonight, weeknight, things are a little bit more busy. The fireworks display put on by the Blue Sox was absolutely phenomenal. And now with the Iron Bucks in town tonight, maybe not as many theatrics, but certainly a really great fan experience here if you come down for a Blue Sox game. And so far, the Iron Bucks and the Mustangs. Mara gets his pitch on the 0-1. Here it comes. That one cracked out to right field, looking up, and it drifts foul. 0-2 now the count. Gino Mara on the mound for the Mustangs. It's Lenny Pacini who's leading it off for the Iron Bucks. The pitch. Grounded onto third. Butler makes the scoop, throws on to first, and the throw is perfect for a strike and an out. One away in the inning. Geno Scott now the second baseman. And, Butler, apart from that one that just snuck over his glove and kind of the trip mishandle that he had early in the game, he's been really solid over there, been tested a lot at third base. Now, Geno Scott from that right side sees a ball for the first pitch. His first time around, he flew out to the left fielder, Weibel. Pitch from Mara. Down in the dirt. Kicks up those pellets. 2-0. One of the funny things about playing on a turf infield is you do see those turf pellets that kick up when a ball hits the ground and can kind of show you just how high the ball bounces at some points. Called for a strike on the 2-0 pitch. Breaking ball looped in there. 2-1 to the right-hander. Mara gets his pitch, delivers, fouled back against the netting, and back down onto the playing surface. 2-2 now, one away in the inning. Bottom of the 5th, and we are yet to be over an hour into this game. So moving right along here on the Mustangs Baseball Network. And if you're just joining us, tell your friends to get right on, because they're not going to have a lot of time before we get into crunch time in this game. Still no score. 2-2 count. Mara shakes off once, now delivers the pitch. Out to right field, twisting over and foul. Officially 55 minutes since first pitch, and already one away in the bottom of the 5th. So moving right along. Second baseman Scott has a 2-2 count against him. The pitch from Mara cracked out to right field. Moving on to it is the right fielder, Luco, and it's foul. Bounces in the bullpen, which is hidden around the nook down that right field line. So we'll do it again. Count's still 2-2. So the second baseman, Scott. Luco, who was chasing after that one, shifted over to right field tonight. He was in center on Saturday. One of the things we were focusing on coming into this game, as Mara gets set to deliver the 2-2, was how the Iron Bucks score and allow a lot of runs. That one chopped foul down towards the first base dugout. Not the case tonight. We're through 4.5 already, and there is no score, which is uncharacteristic for both these teams. As I said, not only do the Mustangs score a solid amount of runs in comparison to the rest of the league, but they score a lot early. Pitch out into center field. Underneath it is Dougherty. He makes a running catch, and what a grab from the center fielder for the second out. Look towards the end of its flight that it might get down on the grass, and with the way that that left center field has bounced while we've been here this season, there's a good chance that that one would get all the way to the wall, but tracked down by the speedy center fielder in his first game in over a week. Now it's Chase Morrison, the left fielder. The first pitch from Mara is a fastball over to second base and through into the outfield. Dougherty gets to it and fields it cleanly, stopping up at first base, and returning is Morrison. He thought about it, but Dougherty able to get that throw in quickly enough, and it's a single for the left fielder. So Matt Rinaldo now, first baseman, trying to move around the base paths. No batting gloves for the right-handed hitter. The first pitch from Mara is cracked out into center field. Onto it is Dougherty, and he dives. It's going to get down and toward the wall. He gets down on a knee and lets the right fielder, Luco, make the throw, but one run will score, and it's a stand-up double for Rinaldo. So our scoreless game ends in the bottom of the fifth with 2 outs. And no doubt, Dougherty gave everything that he had there, but it just wasn't enough. After he made that phenomenal running catch just an out prior. No out on that one, though, and the Iron Bucks lead 1-0. So now runner on second. The pitch in called for a strike. It's Dave Duffalo who is in to hit. Extra hitter wearing number 26, batting in that 9 hole. 0-1, 2 away in the inning. Runner on second for the Iron Bucks. The pitch into left field, through the infield, takes a bounce on the turf. Throwing home is Weibel. The throw is in time, and he's out at the plate. Carson Weibel makes a great throw, gets the outfield assist, and keeps it to 1 run. So Mara able to limit the damage that the Iron Bucks can do. We are through 5 full, and the first run of the game comes across. Iron Bucks lead this one 1-0 on the Mustangs Baseball Network. It's the man of the hour to lead off the top of the 6th. Carson Weibel made that great throw into the infield to record the outfield assist and get the out. to end the bottom of the fifth. Top of the sixth, Nick Marola back out there. He's been dealing on the bump. First pitch from him is down low in the dirt for a ball. 1-0 to the right-hander, Weibel. The pitch. Down low again, right back down there. Moves the count to 2-0. And now just officially 1 hour into this ball game. We're already in the top of the sixth inning, so moving right along here. The pace has been unbelievable. Pitch number 3 is outside for ball number 3. Count goes to 3-0 to the 10-hitter in the Mustangs lineup. Left fielder Carson Weibel. The pitch. In for a strike. Fastball right over the heart of the plate. Called for a strike. The pitch. Cracked out into right center field. Moving underneath it is Gavula. He makes the catch. There's one away in the Mustangs' sixth. Now top of the order, Kenny Lavrich singled his last time up, and the Mustangs had the bases loaded to start the fourth inning with nobody out and unable to score. So in a low-scoring game like this, certainly something you're going to regret as the night moves on, and hopefully they can pick him up right here. The first pitch is chopped foul into the ground. 0-1 the count to Lavrich. Marola continues to roll along. That one foul back against the netting. Would have come right towards us in the broadcast booth and the suite we're so graciously allowed to broadcast out of. Leeway Rent-A-Car donating this suite. So we thank the Blue Sox, we thank the Iron Bucks, and we thank Leeway for making this broadcast possible tonight. Such a great setup here at Pullman Park. 1-2 pitch. Cracked out, foul. We'll do it again. One and two to the shortstop, Lavrich. Marola delivers that one down the line, foul into the bullpen and scooped up by Ryan Manning, who has just started to warm in the Iron Bucks pen. Marola hesitate to take him out with how efficient he's been, and the Mustangs lately have been able to score runs. 1-2 pitch out to left field, hugging the line, moving on to it is Morrison. It's going to drop down on the warning track in foul territory, so we'll do it again. Another foul ball from Lavrich. Still 1-2 count. Just past 7:30 here in Butler. Overcast skies have moved in as we've moved on tonight. The pitch. Grounded up the middle. Onto it is the shortstop, Crehan. He throws on to first, and it's out of the glove of Ronaldo. He's not able to snag it. It kind of looked like he was going to snow cone catch it, but instead it just pops right out when he squeezes the glove, and Lavrich is aboard on an error on the first baseman. That is not one you want to show to your pitcher, and obviously he's going to see it regardless, but not what you want to give him after he's just been moving along and now has this one-run lead. The first pitch to Luco is lined into left center field. That one gets down. It's going to be towards the wall, and now that error really comes back to bite you. Lavrich rounds third. He's going to score easily. Luco around second all the way into third, and it's a sliding triple for the right fielder, Daniel Luco. So quickly we see an error pay off, and you see Lavrich point to Luco and salute him. It's a triple for the outfielder, and the Mustangs tie this one right back up after the error on Matt Ronaldo at first base, and he's got to be kicking himself. Iron Bucks get the lead in the last half inning, and right away the Mustangs turn it around and use an error to their advantage. This one's through the infield. Takes a bounce in center field. Luco scores easily, and the Mustangs have the lead. So how about that? 2 pitches, and this game has been turned on its head. It's Ryan Dougherty with the RBI single. Luco scores from third. 2 quick runs for the Mustangs. Top of the order doing some work this time around. They're saying, we're not going to wait up. This one's past the catcher, the first pitch. And Dougherty moves up to second on the passed ball. What is going on here? Runner on second. Noah Ross now has a 1-0 count. Still just one out in the inning, and all of a sudden, Nick Marola's roll has been derailed. The pitch called for a strike. One and one away in the inning. Runner on second is the center fielder, Dougherty. The pitch cracked over to the shortstop. It's Crehan. He throws on to first this time. Ronaldo is able to glove it cleanly. There's two away in the inning, but Dougherty moves up to third with 2 outs. So an RBI potentially out there if Strideff can get a hit. Little insurance run available. Strideff is struck out and lined out to the right fielder tonight. First pitch to him is called for a strike. The pitch. Bumped foul over to the third base dugout. Oh and 2 to the catcher, Zach Strideff. The pitch. Over to second base. Diving stop. He can't get it. It's into center field. The second baseman, Scott, can't get a piece. It's an RBI single for Strideff. And now Cole Grable gets a chance to add on. 3-1 Mustangs on the single. And it looked like Scott might have a chance to get it. He laid out and did not get a piece. So runner on first, 2 outs. Cole Grable, first pitch he sees is down low for a ball. 3-1 Mustangs have spoiled Nick Marola's night. The pitch outside, ball 2. 2-0 to Grable. Pitch in for a strike in the bottom of the zone. Moves it to 2-1. You're just joining us. Mustangs just taking the lead. Pitch up high. Called for a ball. 3-1 count now to Grable. Runner on first, 3-1 lead for the Mustangs in the 6th inning. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Count all full now. 2 away in the inning, 1 runner on. Already 3 across to erase that 1-run lead that the Iron Bucks held coming into this inning. The pitch. Runner takes off. There's no throw down. The runner's call, or the hitter is called out on strikes. And we're through 5.5. Mustangs add on 3. Big time inning on offense. We'll head to the bottom of the 6th. It's the Mustangs 3 and the Iron Bucks 1 on the Mustangs Baseball Network. Bottom of the sixth, Tyler Mack announced as the pinch hitter for the Iron Bucks. Number 22, the first pitch from Mara as outside for a ball, 1-0. Tyler Mack filling in, serves the DH if he stays in the ball game. Swing and a miss. Evens the count up at 1-1. Big offensive inning there, just passed for the Mustangs. They put up a 3-spot. Pitch from Mara. Cracked out to right field, drifting foul. That's where it will sit. 1-2 count. Right-handed hitter hitting Tyler Mack, getting his first shot of the night. 1-2 count. Here's the pitch from Mara. Up high, called for a ball. 2-2. Here's the pitch. Popped up, foul. That one right back out of play. We'll do 2-2 one more time. Fits perfectly with the batter's number 22. Attendance has started to fill in as we've moved along tonight. Here's the pitch from Mara. That one out to center field. Onto it is Dougherty, makes the catch on the line drive. And there's one away in the bottom of the sixth. Now the top of the order gets another shot. It was the lower part of the order. Bottom four rather, who were able to get the offense going in this 10-man lineup. Brent Crehan now shortstop. Made a couple really nice and hard throws from that shortstop position today to get some outs. Mustangs definitely have some wheels at the top of their lineup, but they've done little so far today. Pitch up high for a ball. Of course, with the exception of Luco and Lavrich at the top two. Luco legging out that triple in the last inning. Big breath from Mara. He delivers in, wild pitch, and I think maybe his timing got messed up there. I don't know if we've got any golfers tuning in by any chance, but, sometimes when you breathe at the wrong moments, it can be a little bit hard to hit the ball square, and I think that Mara maybe took a hesitation at the wrong moment there. 2-1 pitch, fastball, throws that one very hard and pretty wild. 3-1. One away in the inning. No runners on, top of the order up to the plate. Shortstop, Brent Crehan. That one's grounded onto third base. Butler picks it up cleanly, throws on to first, gets the out. 2 up, 2 down. In the sixth inning. Crehan is retired after he singled last time. He's grounded out to third twice as well. Now it's Maddox Clement, who has not seen a lot of pitches today. Left on left. Chokes up on that bat. First pitch from him is past him, swing and a miss. 0-1. 2 away in the inning. Question certainly from Cosby that he's got to be thinking about is how long do you leave Mara in? The pitch is up the middle, off the top of the mound. Lavrich is going to field it cleanly. Throws on to first hard. That one takes the first baseman Lane off the base. It's going to get on by, but it kicks right back to him. So probably an E6 there on the throw. And really one of the first defensive miscues we've seen from Lavrich all season. Been very solid over there. The first doubleheader, he had a throw that I believe ended up being ruled as a hit, but it was a little bit offline. That one squarely on him. So there's a runner on first. 2 outs in the inning. First pitch from Mara. Fastball doesn't catch a piece of the zone, and gee, you wonder where that one missed. 1-0. 2 away in the inning. Here comes the pitch from Mara. Sidewinds. Doesn't catch a piece either. Another one right on the corner. Must have just missed. 2-0 to the right-handed hitting Alex Colwell, third baseman. Walked his last time around. The pitch in there for called strike. Now 2-1 in the bottom of the sixth. Just About an hour and 15 minutes into our action here tonight on the Mustangs Baseball Network. Pitch from Mara up high, 3-1, and now falls behind deeply, 2 batters in a row, something we have not seen from him at all tonight. Been very efficient on the mound to every hitter he's faced. He's got Clement leading off of first base. 3-1 pitch from the left-hander. Swing and a miss. Blew it by him there. Came with the express. Gets a whiff from the right-handed hitter, Colwell. Playing that hot corner today. Batting third in this lineup. Pitch from Mara. Runner takes off. It's called. Strike 3. See you later, he says. No runs for the Iron Box, and the Mustangs are able to keep them without a response. We're through 6 full on the Mustangs Baseball Network. Meadville 3 and Butler 1. Brandon Butler is ready to go to lead off the top of the 7th. And so is Nick Marola after a tough 6th inning for the right-hander. He's right back out there for the Iron Bucks. So they're putting his trust in him. And really, aside from that 1 inning, why wouldn't you? He's been dealing tonight. Kept the pitch count low as well. Void of offense, really, apart from the last few innings here in Butler. First pitch, Butler tries to lay down the bunt. I understand how that could be confusing. We are talking about Brandon Butler, the third baseman for the Mustangs. That pitch is taken for a ball. Pulls the bunt back. 1-0 pitch. Curveball inside. Moves it to 2-0. And I still can't get over how quickly this game is moving along. Pitch in for a strike. Two and 1. Here it comes from the right-hander. Curveball cracked out to left field. Onto it is Morrison. He's backtracking. It's over his head, and it's to the wall. Butler into second. He's going to round second, stops up, and runs on back. So it's a leadoff double for Brandon Butler. It's his first hit of the night, and the Mustangs are back in business in the 7th inning. And now a mound visit to the right-hander Marola, and you have to think maybe that fatigue is starting to become a factor as we move along here. Butler will go give a little bit of a fist bump to his first base coach, who is pitcher Zach Wilson tonight, not available after starting last week in that game that we played right here at Pullman Park on Saturday, and Wilson went quite a while. So that's going to be it for Marola. New pitcher will be coming on, and it looks like it's going to be number 14, Ryan Manning, who has been warming in the bullpen. We'll be back with a little bit more info in just a minute on the Mustangs Baseball Network. New pitcher on the mound for the Iron Bucks. It's going to be that right-hander Ryan Manning, who we saw warming in the bullpen. So the final line for Marola, and the first pitch hits Brady Lane. So not a great introduction for Manning. Final line for Marola. 6 innings pitched, 5 hits, 3 runs, 2 earned, no walks, and 4 strikeouts. So a solid night on the mound. Really just that one problem inning, and then the leadoff double in this inning. That one gets away from the catcher. It's not a dead ball, or is it? Both runners move up, and it's a pass ball on the catcher, Pacini. 1-0 count. Still no outs in this inning, and now there's runners on second and third. Both of them move up. John Sharp laid down the bunt attempt and then pulled it back. Pitch down low, ball 2. 2-0 quickly to the extra hitter Sharp. The Iron Bucks have lost 2 in a row, so they're reeling a little bit right now after an 8-2 start. The pitch down low. Started the season hot as anyone in the Rust Belt League. 3-0. The pitch. Sharp pulls the bunt back, called for a strike. It's right down the middle, so just bluffing. Does get the first baseman, Ronaldo, leaning in on the grass, and you have Colwell over at third doing the same. Second baseman Scott also playing in, so all the infield now starts to come up as the shortstop Crehan edges towards it too. He fouls that one off. Count is 3-2. Runners on second and third. Nobody out. Sharp struck out twice tonight. Full count pitch. Here it comes. Cracked foul. Way early on that one. Breaking ball caught him out front. Three-two pitch. Over to third, caught, and everyone's going to get back safely. So a line drive to Colwell. He snags it. Everyone is safe. One away. Just bad luck for Sharp there. Made good contact. But he's 0 for 3 on the night. Now it's Carson Weibel. 10-hitter. Productive so far at the plate. First pitch to him is fouled off, and it looked like it might have caught a piece of the catcher right on his right knee, just above the padding. That can certainly be painful. Pacini got to walk that one off. And he lets Manning know that he's all right, tells him to go back to the mound, but certainly evident that he is in a little bit of pain. Lavrich is on deck. Lights just starting to flicker on here at Pullman Park. Well, if we keep up at this pace, we'll be done before it gets dark here. Still an hour till sunset, 7:55 Eastern Time. 0-1. Manning's ready to go. Here's the pitch. In there for a strike. Lavrich reached on an error. He's on deck in the last inning. Down low in the dirt. Pitch called for a ball. 1-2. 3-1 lead for the Mustangs here on the Mustangs Baseball Network. Meadville will play again tomorrow in Newcastle. It's our first trip to see the 3B Barons after they came to town and played at Garby Yard at Allegheny Field. That one is over the head of the shortstop into left field. Moving on to it is Clement, the center fielder. 1 run will score. Another run scores. It's a 2-run RBI for the 10-hitter Carson Weibel. And the Mustangs extend their lead to 5-1. Kenny Lavrich now has a chance to knock another one home. Singled, reached on an error, and grounded out tonight. The first pitch to him is called for a strike. 1 out in the inning. Mustangs hold a 5-1 lead over the Iron Bucks. Throwing to first, diving back, and getting in safely is Weibel. Nothing in one to Lavrich. Here's the pitch. Fouled off. 0-2. Weibel providing some clutch hitting out of that 10 hole. See if we can get some more hits from the top of the order. Been very good tonight so far. 5 hits between the first 3 batters in the lineup. The pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Or, no, they say he got a piece. Catcher not able to hold on. So Lavrich stays alive. 1 away. The throw over to first on the pickoff attempt, and Weibel is back standing. 0-2. Pitch. Down low and inside. 4 ball. 1-2 count to Kenny Lavrich. Smooth fielding shortstop. 1 for 3 tonight. Runner on first. That one's cracked foul into the bullpen and gloved. Thrown back into play by the left-hander warming up. Not easily identifiable. One-two pitch. Here it comes. Swing and a miss. Lavrich just took a wave at that one. So there's 2 away in the inning. He strikes out. Goes down to 1 for 4 on the day. And Daniel Luco, who tripled home a few runs last time around, gets another shot. Luco, the right fielder, legged out that triple and then scored himself. Throw over to first. Weibel's back safely. Pitch to Luco. Down low for a ball. 1-0. 1-0 pitch from Manning. Outside for ball 2. Right fielder ahead in the count. No wind tonight. Very still. That flag is motionless out in center. Certainly doesn't help as we're still in the 80s right now as we approach 8 o'clock. That one popped up on the infield. Pacini seems to have a read on it. It's just going to get out of play into the 4th row for a foul ball and a strike. 2-1. It's the center fielder, Ryan Dougherty, out on deck. Made that outstanding running catch earlier in tonight's action and then laid out for one that scored the 1 run for the Ironbucks. Pitch called for strike 2. Count even at 2-2. Still that runner on first, 2 away in the inning. The Mustangs have already added on 2 more. 4-run lead for them. Down low in the dirt, count full. Runner does not advance. Good block from Pacini. He's been active back there tonight. Been involved on the action quite frequently. 7th inning. This half has already taken up more time than our first 3 innings did. The pitch, runner takes off on the 3-2 count, and he's called out on strikes. So Luco goes down looking, back-to-back strikeouts for Manning, but not before he allows 2 coming out of the pen. It's the Mustangs 5 and the Ironbucks 1 on the Mustangs Baseball Network. Bottom of the 7th inning, Brady Gavula will lead it off for the Iron Bucks. Another inning out there for Gino Mara. First pitch called for strike. Right back in there attacking. Uses that breaking ball this time around. And maybe now this third time through the order, third full time, maybe start to see a little bit more of that breaking stuff, especially as the arm starts to wear out. He did throw over 15 pitches on Saturday. The pitch on the 1-1 is popped up back on the infield. It looks like Dougherty sees it. He has it for the first out. It's a fly ball and a fly out. One away in the inning. Now Lenny Pacini, catcher who was taking quite the beating tonight behind the dish. Comes up to the plate with that full beard. One out in the inning. Mara delivers to the right-hander. Down low, called for ball 1. A 5-1 lead in the bottom of the 7th for Meadville Mustangs, looking for their second straight win. The pitch, breaking ball in there for a strike, and what a sharp break to that one. Threw that slider in there with a little bit of conviction. 1-1, one away. Pitch from Mara. Breaking ball that just gets past that inside corner and inside the part of the plate. Called for ball 2. 2-1 pitch from Gino Mara. Hesitates, comes home. Popped up, foul, back out of play and out of the stadium. 2-2. Starting to get a little bit closer to dark. In Butler. Mara gets his pitch. 2-2. Here it comes. Cracked out into left field. That one's going to get down for a hit. Weibel onto it. He'll throw in. And it's a leadoff single, or rather second batter of the inning. Single for Lenny Pacini. There's a runner on with 1 out. Geno Scott, second baseman. Scott is flown out and lined out today. Pitch from Mara with a runner on, down low in the dirt, fastball. Strideff does a good job of keeping that one in front of him. Strideff said after the game on Saturday, the chemistry between him and Mara is certainly there. That one onto third base. Butler throws on to second, from second on to first, and it's a double play. Gets out of the inning, 5-4-3. And Butler starts it with that quick glove at third. We're through 7 full. The Mustangs hold the 5-1 lead on the Mustangs Baseball Network. Eighth inning already underway. Hard to believe, considering we're only just over an hour and a half into this game. Ryan Duggarty, the center fielder, to lead it off for the Mustangs. Looking to add on a little bit more insurance. Ryan Manning still on the mound after he gave up 2 in his first inning of work. First pitch into Duggarty is called for a ball. 1-0. 3-hitter, center fielder. Sees pitch number 2. Gets past the catcher. No one on base, though. The leadoff hitter up, so it doesn't matter. 2-0 count. 2-0 to Duggarty batting from that right side. Center fielder. Been good defensively tonight. Pitch called for strike, and he's been just as good on the offensive side so far. 2 singles, 2 for 3 on the night. See if he can get on base one more time. 2-1 pitch. Outside. Snagged on the backhand by Pacini. Reached out with that glove hand across his body and caught it as it was going away from him. 3-1 pitch from Manning. Outside again. Same pitch. Walks him. So a leadoff walk. And Duggarty is on base for the 4-hitter Noah Ross. Ross is 0 for 3 on the night, yet to reach, but looking to change that around right here. Just the 4th time through the order for the Mustangs, despite their 5 runs scored. The first pitch, and the runner takes off. He's in on a slide. He's safe. It's a stolen base for Ryan Duggarty. The feet first slide and a ball on the pitch, so there's a runner on second with no out. With nobody out. Excuse me. And Noah Ross at the plate. The pitch popped up. Foul ball. Just gets out of play over the first base dugout. 1-1. You don't see many popped over the backstop here. Pretty high netting. Extends well above where we're situated in the press box. Pitcher steps off and gets the runner Duggarty back to second base. 1-1 count to Noah Ross, designated hitter Zach Strideff, his teammate at Slippery Rock on deck. The pitch, foul back. That one going to get just right of the broadcast booth, bounce off the top of the dugout, off the ricochet, and sit right back up there. So that ball took quite the journey. Just snuck around that netting that we just talked about. 1-2. Pitch from Manning. Sidewinds and delivers in the dirt. 2-2 count. Pretty generous lead for Duggarty back there on second base. We know he has wheels. Just took off a moment ago. Wouldn't be surprised if he does that again right here. 2-2 count. Here's the pitch. Popped up. Back on the outfield, shallow right field. Calling everyone off is the right fielder. Gavula, he makes the catch, and there's one away. Duggarty will stay put. It looked for a while like it was going to be Scott's ball, the second baseman, but Gavula emphatically calling off his fellow defender on that right side and makes the catch. So now Zach Strideff, the catcher, singled, struck out, and lined out to right field so far tonight. Runner takes off on the pitch, and it's a breaking ball in there, so he's in there without a throw. And what a smooth slide that was for Duggarty. Makes it look cool as ever. He has stolen 2 bags. Definitely a value. Strideff lines one into right field. That one is going to get down. The runner to the plate, and he's out at the plate, and it looked like the plate was blocked. Cosby doesn't like the call. He goes home to argue it. The ball was caught. It was blocked from our view just behind one of the poles on the netting. Cosby gets a quick explanation from the umpire. He seems like he's satisfied with it, so it's actually a double play. The ball is caught in right field beyond our view from the press box, and the throw home gets the runner. So we are through 7.5 here on the Mustangs Baseball Network, and the Meadville Mustangs still lead 5-1 over the Butler Iron Bucks here at Pullman Park. Bottom of the 8th inning, Gino Mara right back out on the mound for the Meadville Mustangs. The first pitch of the inning is called for a strike. Right back attacking. Brings that fastball in there at a lower velocity to Chase Morrison, the left fielder. 0-1 pitch from Mara. Up high out of the glove of Stridiff into the backstop. 1-1 count. Thank you so much for joining us here on the Mustangs Baseball Network tonight. 1-1 pitch from the left-hander Mara. Just outside for ball 2. 2-1 count. Mara winds, delivers. Up high, 3-1. So 3 straight balls after he started the at-bat with a strike. Going back to that fastball well, but just not as successful. 3-1 pitch. Side winds, called for a strike. Well, the first times he's got that slider from that lower arm slot in the zone tonight. Full count pitch. Here it comes. Appeal. He did not go, so that one just inside. It's a leadoff walk to Chase Morrison on the appeal, and looked from up in our booth vantage point that it caught a piece, but no is the call from the home plate umpire, and there's a leadoff runner on first base. So now Matt Rinaldo had a problematic night over at first base. Dropped that ball that led to the Mustangs' offensive explosion. First pitch called for a strike. Mara right back in attacking. Pitching out of the stretch once again has not fazed him so far. Just 1 run given up so far for the left-hander in the 5th inning. The pitch down in the dirt. Ball 1. Count even at 1-1. Inside. 2-1. No outs in the inning. Runner already on. Iron Bucks running out of time for a comeback in the bottom of the 8th. The pitch from the left-hander is fouled toward the dugout. Gets off of the chain link in front of where a lot of Rinaldo's teammates are standing. He keeps battling. 2-2 count. Gino Mara delivers the 2-2. He struck him out. Slider or maybe a curveball, breaking pitch down low. Gets him swinging. And the strikeout hasn't been a huge weapon tonight for Mara, but when he needs it, he's been able to add it in. He does that right there. And now it's Dave Duffalo, the extra hitter, up to the plate for a third at-bat. He's reached both times so far tonight. Pitch to him is called for ball 1. Still that runner on first base, Chase Morrison, who walked to lead off the inning. Pitch in there for ball 2, down below near the feet. 2-0. Mara shakes off the first pitch. Comes set, now comes home. Called for a strike. Breaking ball. Got a piece of the zone. 2-1. Mara ready to go. He delivers. Swing and a miss. Fastball up high. With the high heat. Got him to chase after it. Two-two count. Mara comes set. Leg kick. Delivery. Struck him out. Another one. Back to back. So Gino Mara allows that leadoff walk. And he comes right back with 2 straight strikeouts. The 8 and 9 hitter go down swinging, and now it's the 10 hitter, Tyler Mack. Just 1 at bat so far after Mack came in as the designated hitter his last time around. Pinch hit for Patrick Synan. 1-0. Gino Mara, here it comes. Breaking ball up high for ball 2. No matter whether Mara goes back out for the 9th with a low pitch count, you would kind of assume he would. It's been a really great night for the bullpen for the Mustangs, especially with another game tomorrow. 2-0 pitch in for strike. right down the middle with a slider. Count goes to 2-1. Still that runner on first. Chase Morrison hasn't been able to advance after he was walked to lead off the inning. The pitch up high, fastball, and Strideff just kind of says out to him, you got to calm down. Let it ride out. 3-1. Tyler Mack, designated hitter at the plate. Grounded foul up the first base line. It's going to sneak all the way out into right field, and Luco's going to have to run over there and get that one. So the count is full with 2 outs. Iron Bucks running out of outs to play with, just 4. What has been a really quick game. Have a chance to get this one done in just over 2 hours, full 9-inning game. 3-2. Morrow's pitch. Grounded over to second base. Gloved by Grable. He throws on to first. He gets the out. Another nice defensive play. What's new from Grable? Through 8 full. Mustangs still lead 5-1 on the Mustangs Baseball Network. Well, the outset of tonight's broadcast, we mentioned how it feels like a summer night, and now with thunderstorms inbound, it certainly feels like a summer night. Muggy and humid all day long, and now thunderstorms not too far out. 0-0 pitch from Manning to Cole Grable. He's called for ball 1. Seems like it's kind of been a theme tonight of players making nice defensive plays to end the inning and then leading off when the Mustangs come to the offensive side. Pitch number 2 outside for ball 2. Grable up in the count. 9th inning, it's Grable, Butler, and Brady Lane should the order hold. Butler's already out on deck. 2-0 pitch. Outside, snagged by Pacini. 3-0. Mustangs get one more chance to add on before they try and close it out, and it'll be interesting to see if they go back to Mara. He does have experience, closed at a game here on Saturday. Now he's gone already 8 full innings. You assume he probably won't see any action until at least Saturday after the long start tonight. Fouled off that 3-0 pitch, so now it's 3-1. That one's lined towards the second baseman. Scott makes the play easily, throws on to first, and there's one away to start the top of the 9th. Simple ground out there. And now Brandon Butler, who doubled his last time up, one of the hardest hit balls we've seen all season, ripped the one out into the left field gap. Trying to do it again and maybe push across some more insurance runs. That one is out of the glove of the catcher. 1-0 count. One away in the inning, just underway in the top of the 9th. Mustangs trying to grab their second straight win, 3rd of the season. Sidewind pitch is outside, 2-0 to the third baseman. Seemed like it might be a rough night from the outset for Butler over at third. He made kind of fumbled and slipped on the grass as he moved in to make a throw to first. 2-0 pitch outside, ball 3. And then we saw him kind of miss a ball. It just got off the top of his glove. But since then, rock solid. Only one of those counts as an error. Been very good since then. 3-0 pitch, called for a strike. And he was already a quarter of the way down to first base by the time that the umpire made the strike call. Didn't convince our home plate umpire here tonight. 3-1 pitch from Manning. Outside, this time he walks, so he can trot on down to first base with one away, and it's a walk from Ryan Manning. Second walk that he's issued so far in his 2 1/4 innings of work. 2 1/3, rather. Brady Lane now first baseman with a runner on. Pitch over to the left side of the infield, picking it up and throwing on to second for 1, and no throw on to first base. That was Crean who fielded it. So fielder's choice. Nothing results of it. Back to square one. John Sharp now extra hitter. Runner on first, 2 away, top of the 9th. Pitch from Manning. In there for a strike on Sharp. Nothing in 1. Runner on first is Brady Lane. Lane hit by 2 pitches tonight. That one's out to right field. Shallow, running into the corner, and we can't see it. This one is completely out of sight in the bullpen. It has landed foul. So it's 0-2 to the 9-hitter Sharp. Just out of the reach of the right fielder, Yavula. He came in a long way. First baseman Ronaldo had his hat off, too. He must have taken off in a full sprint. Dropped in nonetheless, but in foul territory. So 0-2 to John Sharp. Sharp has struck out twice and lined out to the third baseman, Colwell. Here's the pitch from Manning. Popped up. Back and looking at it and giving up is Pacini. It lands foul. 2-0-2 again. If you've been with us all night or if you're just joining, thank you so much. Mustangs Baseball Network. Mustangs leading 5-1. The pitch cracked out to shallow right field. Second baseman moving onto it and making the catch. Scott, nice defensive play. We'll go to the bottom of the 9th. The Mustangs going to try and close this one out and get another win. 5-1 lead on the Mustangs Baseball Network. Well, after 8 strong innings from the starter, Gino Mara, They're going to hand it off to Jake Slater. Slater struggled the last time he pitched right here at Pullman Park. That one was against the Blue Sox, and they got walked off. The first batter of the inning, called strike one. And it's the top of the order, Brent Crehan, to lead it off for the Iron Bucks. Mustangs trying to close this one out. Not a safe situation. The pitch chopped onto second base. Playing it safely is Grable. He throws on to first. One batter, one out. Good start for Slater. And there's one away in the bottom of the ninth inning. So now Maddox Clement, center fielder. 0 for 2 so far today. Reached on a fielder's choice. First pitch from Slater, down low. Called for ball one. 1-0 pitch from the tall right-hander. Stands at 6'4". Outside, ball two to the right-handed hitter. 2-0 pitch. Cracked foul. 2-1. Challenged him with the fastball. Slater's issue last time around was that he was not attacking the zone. So Shirley Cosby mentioning something about how he's got to go out and be aggressive this time around. 2-1 pitch. Called for strike two. Emphatic call from the home plate umpire on that pitch. Painted that outside corner, did Slater. 2-2 count. Mustangs trying to close this one out. 2-2 pitch. Fouled off. Staying alive. Clement going to do it one more time. No runners on. Bottom of the ninth. One away. New pitcher Jake Slater trying to close this one out for Gino Mara after 8 innings of one-run ball. Amazing performance on the mound for him. Pitch. Fouled off, and he does it again. Just kind of reaching out and really takes that contact approach. Certainly one of the reasons why he has to be so high in the order. Clement just reaches out, fouls that one off. We'll do it one more time. 2-2 count. Slater all set, ready to go. Here comes the pitch. Curveball, chopped up to the pitcher. Slater can't get onto it. Lavrich, and it's off his arm sleeve on that left forearm. And after he allowed quite a few runs to cross the plate when the Mustangs played the Blue Sox. First pitch is a swinging strike. If he can get out, he has a little bit of room to wiggle. Maybe a little bit of room to regain some confidence moving forward. 0-1 pitch. Popped up to center field. Actually, it's drifting toward left, back toward the wall, and making the catch, Carson Weibel. What a play, and he traveled a mile to get there. Runs into the wall after he makes the catch, and what a big one. Certainly going to get some approval from his pitcher, Slater, there, all the way back into left field. And, you know, we've seen a lot of good plays on the infield from the Mustangs this season, but that might be one of the best, and it comes in the outfield. Driven all the way out to the deepest part of left field, almost 385 feet. The pitch, that one up the middle. Lavrich steps onto it, tags the second base bag, and the Mustangs get another win. Slater comes on to close it out, and the Mustangs move to 3-5. So after a shaky start, they win 2 straight at Pullman Park, and they got another chance to pick up a win tomorrow. Things are turning around. And the star of the game, Gino Mara, pitched so well. Comes on after closing the game out the other night. And now, tonight, he's the winning pitcher in win number 3. Losing pitcher, Nick Marola. And how about the fact that we get this game done in 2 hours and 4 minutes? Really impressive end to this one and a win for the Meadville Mustangs. So they'll move forward, and they go to see the 3B Barons tomorrow. Keep this thing rolling. But tonight, an efficient win all over the Iron Bucks. One of the teams that is tied for the lead in runs scored so far this season in the Rust Belt League, and they hold them to just 1 run. So a really impressive win for the Mustangs here tonight. Luke Burgess wrapping it up here from Butler. We'll be back, though, west of here tomorrow, closer to Ohio, when the Mustangs travel down to take on the 3B Barons. But for now, it's a win. Tonight's game, 5-1 the final, a big-time win for the Meadville Mustangs, and they keep things rolling. So long from Pullman Park, Luke Burgess signing off from Butler. Mustangs take this one 5-1 and move to 3-5 on the season, their second win in a row. They keep the Iron Bucks down here on the Mustangs Baseball Network. Thank you so much for joining.